Alrighty, what's going on, y'all? This is Quamon Fowler, the investing musician, where I help you create multiple streams of income beyond music. All right, so and of course, you don't have to be a musician to follow this channel because mainly it's uh, going to focus on my journey with investing in various things from trading, in different markets, forex market, the digital currency market, also real estate investing, um, and business. Being an entrepreneur and all those types of things. So today, before I even go into my content, let's make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I know you watch YouTube and you see other other YouTubers and they tell you to subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, all of that good stuff. And really, that's very helpful. We're taking the time to create this content for you as we find out more information. And I could easily keep it to myself, but I know that some of you are out there looking for opportunities and want to use the experience of someone who's ahead of you, just to give you some insight on what to look out for and what you should, you know, stray away from, or opportunities that you need to take advantage of. But yeah, just make sure that you just show your love and support by giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. It'll help it grow. All right. So, yeah, I've been, working various investment opportunities here within the last month. I really heavily dived back into crypto investing and using Bitcoin um, and different programs to increase my Bitcoin. And in the midst of that, I have a couple of rental properties too. And one that I had to get fixed up and re-rented out back last month, and that was fine, that was going good. But then I have another property out of state that I'm just waiting for it to be filled. I got it fixed up, and I'm waiting for the tenant to occupy it. So it was just some delays in there, and I'm kind of on the fence, especially when you're managing it or you're having to um, handle the business remotely. I have a local what you call it property manager, so they're helping out, and plus I found some other people through Facebook real estate group, and I connected with someone who helped me out with doing some of the repairs. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about being resilient, and let's see what resilient means. Hey Siri, what does resilient mean?
Of a person or animal able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes.
Of a substance or object able to recoil or spring back into shape after bending, stretching, or being compressed.
Okay. So, resilient. I thought about being resilient because when you're in the real estate or investing game, period, like it can be your own business. You can start off with thinking about the starting your own business. So when I got started, first of all, with doing a lot of uh, business things. First of all, I did like network marketing, back in the day. And the whole idea was to, first you have to invest a certain amount, usually like $500. Then you get into the business and they teach you how to be um, your own business owner, like an independent business owner. So you got your product, which you use, and then you have the compensation plan or the referral program that's tied to it, where you can use the product and then go and recruit other people to get into the business. So I I read a lot of Robert Kiyosaki, his books, and one of the things, the four quadrants that he talks about, like being an employee, being a self-employed, then being an investor, and then being a business owner. And so he had recommended getting into a network marketing company just because you learn um, just the principles from being a business owner, and you get a chance to be mentored by someone, and you learn a lot of stuff, a lot of self development, and a lot of things you can learn. But one of the things I learned, like the model, is cool because you have the product or whatever, and you use it, or you can make money, or you can benefit from using the product, but also you benefit also from sharing it with others. And so the thing about that, you have to develop others and help other people be successful. And I like that from the standpoint of being a teacher. I've always taught, most of the time, of course, music related, and I always wanted to empower others so that they could, be successful, you know. And so I like that idea. Now, every opportunity wasn't the right one in terms of their product or whatever. So I would try some of those for a while, and then I'd end up getting out, and then I would end up stumbling across something else and get in that, and then ride that out for a little bit, and then I would get out. And I remember I did one, and it was talking about how that was Donald Trump was actually one of the the guests, and so he was saying when he wakes up in the morning, this was like this was a while back. This is like 2000, early 2000s, but he well, not early 2000s, it's like 2006, 2005, or 2000, yeah, 2005 or so, 2006, somewhere around in there. And so he has said at this convention I went to, he said that if you don't love what you do when you wake up in the morning, you're not going to be successful. And so at that point, I knew that I wasn't feeling that particular opportunity. Once again, it's kind of, you got two different things where it's like the model is there in terms of helping others and being able to benefit from helping others. The model is there, um, but the particular product or service that one was offering just wasn't a good fit. So what I did, I created my own website at the time, Jazz Webshed, and I was trying to um, put a compensation program on that. So we would practice, I would practice, other musicians would practice, and then they could share it with others. And the people that joined, they would get a commission off of that. So I started learning about affiliate marketing, and I did that for a while. And things changed to where the technology, this was like before the tablets and stuff, but when the tablets came, I had to change my website and fix my website to be mobile friendly and stuff like that. But when you're in business and you're investing, though, um, you're going to have those times where you're going to get excited about the opportunity. You'll run the numbers and do all of your analysis and research, and then it'll make you feel confident or comfortable with investing and going ahead and moving forward. And stuff will be going well, but then you'll hit this point where you'll face a difficult situation. And you'll have to make a choice. Do I just push through, or do I just quit or get out? You know, and so you always got to wage, okay, what's the best route? Like, should I? Because the thing about when you do these things, when you invest and get into business for yourself, you're always managing your risk to reward. And like they say, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So even if you're in business and you have a good product, you got to market it. So it's one thing to be really good at what you do, and it's another thing to be really good at getting the word out or marketing what you do. So that's a different skill set. And so that's the thing that you learn. Like you can spread, or the word can be spread about what you're doing through word of mouth. Whereas if you're teaching one person and they're really getting a lot of value and they're learning, they'll go and tell somebody else, "Hey, you need to take lessons with this guy." And so I did get a lot of that. You know, I still get a lot of that from different musicians who do hook up with me. Of course, they know that they're going to get way more than just music because I'm telling them about investing. I'm talking to them about business. I'm talking to them about the different income streams and how you need to create these various income streams. So they're going to get more than what they even imagine. So with that, think about it. If I had a referral program, or everybody who takes a lesson with me, if you tell somebody else and they come and take a lesson with me, then you'll get a percentage payout from them signing up for a lesson. So that's the cool thing about a referral program, compensation plan, or whatever you want to call it. And so that's what I went into with my website. And so, but the thing about resilience, just to keep on this thing of resilience, so from trying out different opportunities, you have a learning experience or even a learning curve. I would try these different um, companies or network marketing opportunities because I was trying to learn outside of my music business or music industry, like how they were doing things. And even when I got into um, doing some taking courses and doing things with what they call internet marketers and information marketers, and they would create courses and programs, books, and stuff like that, podcasts. And so I started to explore that world and even learned a bunch about how they were doing things. And so, what you're able to do when you look outside of your industry, you can take different practices that they apply in that realm or that world, and then take it back to the world that you're used to and apply it. And it looks totally different in your culture or the community that that you're responsible to. And so that has been the enlightening thing in the space of the musician culture, because so a lot of musicians up until COVID they were just focus on playing gigs, making their money through playing gigs. And so now they're forced to have to look into other opportunities to make money because the gigs are gone. I know a lot of guys who are doing Uber and Lyft, like, doing that a lot now, and picking up jobs, different part-time jobs, different things like that. And I've also talked to a lot of musicians who are actually trading and doing very well with trading. And so um, here recently, like Forex has become something that has been very popular. It's been really picking up, and that's like a $6 trillion market. It's basically the world's currency exchange. Exchange back and forth. So there's a lot of opportunity in that, but of course, with every opportunity, there's a learning curve, and there's always risk involved. And so, but the thing about it, certain things could either go in the way that you imagine, or the way you mapped it out in your mind, or supersede that, or it could go the opposite direction. And so that's where you have to protect yourself. Of course, by becoming informed, learning as much as you can, following a mentor, having a mentor that can help you. Of course, that you need to have that in place, but also you need to diversify to protect yourself. So, for instance, if you got $1,000, instead of putting all of your $1,000 in one opportunity, you should split it up. Like think about 5 different ways: 200 here, 200 there, 200 there, 200 there, 200 there. So I've talked about this before, so you can have different opportunities where you can protect yourself. Whereas if one doesn't go the way you want it to go, then you have these others as a safety net. You can rely on those. And that's kind of how I set things up with the different investments that I have going. Now, I'm checking out a lot of these hypes. Not a lot. I'm checking out a few of these hypes because I'm fascinated with um, some of these websites. And this is Hype is a high yield investment program. And they're decentralized, and they are a lot of them are anonymous, where you can't find one. Yeah, you just have to research. Some of them will show that they're have a company and is registered. But I was just fascinated with these hypes here recently and was checking into them. Now there's risk involved. And what I'm giving you, I'm just telling you my experience. I'm not a financial advisor, don't have any licenses or anything like that. I'm just an investor. So as an investor, depending on where you are, you take certain risks. And so you check things out. And so I want to tell you something. I want to give you some perspective. So now, when you think about making an investment like you have $1,000, and I say you split it up 200, 200, 200, 200, whatever. So you try these different vehicles, you research, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna put some gas in that, see how far it take me. Maybe it could multiply your return quicker and be flowing the way you want, or it might hit a point where it's not. And then, whenever it doesn't hit, when you're not getting the result that you're looking for, emotionally, it can mess with you. It can make you feel bad, but at the same time, you just got to look at it and just move on. You got to keep on moving. Like, for instance, with investing in real estate, you could buy the house, you could get it fixed, or it's already fixed up, and put a tenant in there. Everything's going smooth, but then the tenant gets to the point they don't want to pay no more, and then you got to evict them. So that doesn't feel good. And then after you get them out of there, you do all the repairs. Then a lot of times, landlords be like, I'm just gonna sell it. I'm gonna get out of the deal, even if I got to sell it and break even because I didn't keep it for a while. So, you know, that's something that you really have to be disciplined with, because you want to think about the bigger picture, or don't get caught up in the emotion of it. Of course, you might have lost some money and had to pay for, um, had to eat, the mortgage for a few months or whatever, especially during the COVID time. But you have to be resilient. You got to bounce back and figure out a way, or change your strategy maybe. So what I'm doing, I'm going to put a Section 8 tenant in my property, the property that I have out of state, and that way the government, I'll get that check every couple months. So I have two programs, with tenants on programs here in the area, and so I just thought it'd be good to go ahead and do that on this other property, and that way it'd be like clockwork. I know I get my money. But even when you invest in real estate, think about it. You're talking about if you get a property that's 80,000, and you got to pay 20% down. That's 16,000 right there, and then you got to pay closing costs. That's like $7,000. So you're talking about 16 plus 7. That's what's that? 23. So you're talking about $23,000 only to get maybe $500 a month. Whereas a lot of these different sites, and what I'm learning in the crypto investing space, you don't even need to put down 20 grand to make $1,000, a month. I've seen some opportunities that will produce, high returns in a day. But of course, well, like I said, those are more risky. I wouldn't put like 16 grand into a site like that. No, I wouldn't do that because that's really risky. I would cut it down to something, a number that I can be willing to lose. And so, and if you lose, like I've lost money from investing in real estate. I mean, I didn't lose the property, but I lost from the standpoint from the tenant damaging, the property and having to fix stuff and it being vacant. So yeah, you gotta pay for the mortgage still. So yeah, you're gonna lose money in any investment, but you have to think it through and figure out how can you recoup. I could easily sell and go up on my sale price, and then I could recoup my money. So it's always different ways that you can maneuver through investing to make it win in your favor. So don't ever get down on yourself when you invest in something and you didn't get the return like you wanted, because it's not about the investment, it's more so about the investor. So it's all about us. Like, the ball is in our court. Like, our mind is our asset. Our brain, the way we think, is our giftedness. So you can take um, your past experiences, even with business. Like I said, you can have a great product or have a great service, but if nobody knows about it, then they can't benefit from what you have. And so even in that, with that said, you got to learn how to market. You got to learn even about paid advertising, and do some of that, and that is going to be an investment. So you're going to always have these times where you're going to face these difficult situations where you do good, or you're rolling for really good, it's looking good, the tenants are paying on time, or the website is paying, or this opportunity is paying, then all of a sudden, boom, it's not paying no more, or it's gone. And that happens. I've invested in REITs, and because of COVID, once again, I was making a good return on my investment, and then COVID hit, and this particular REIT had to, sell and get rid of the assets because they couldn't afford it, because people wasn't going out to the gyms, and they wasn't staying in dormitories. This particular REIT is a real estate investment trust. So this particular real estate investment trust had like workout gyms, and they had like college housing that they were investing in. And so because of COVID, the students wasn't staying in the dorm. So that income that they were used to getting wasn't there. And so all of the shareholders were hit because they weren't able to get the return on their investment. So that's a bummer. I didn't have too much in there, probably like $500 something dollars. So, but um, you know, it comes with the territory. There's risk involved when you invest, but once again, if you spread out your money between different investments, then that's your protection. That is your protection, and you got to be smart, and you got to be diligent and make sure you learn and just keep pushing forward, because you never know what will hit. You never know what'll be um, just a home run. I remember it was an advisor that I was talking to in real estate. He was talking about it's all about swings. You just got to keep swinging, because whenever you keep swinging, you get results. Like, for instance, baseball players, of course, when the pitch is dealt to them, they swing. Either they can miss it altogether, get a strike, or they can hit it and it becomes a foul, or they hit it, in bounds, and able to get a base hit, or they can hit it and get a home run. But if you don't swing, you don't get any results. Like, you don't have any options. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you swing, you got options, and then you get to assess what happened from you swinging. Did I hit it too hard? Did I go too more to the left or the right? Or how should I, gauge what I should do next time? So you got some results, and that's the thing, don't sit on the sideline. And if you want to jump out there and invest, make sure you allocate a certain amount to the side that you want to use to invest with that doesn't affect your your daily expenses or your home expenses and stuff. Because you want to be smart, but you want to just have what you call management, and just allocate a certain amount to investing that you can use and play with. And even with that amount, divide that up into different investments. Like I mentioned, my business, real estate, um, you know, trading or whatever, uh, different programs, so you can just divide it up and just test things and just build it gradually, and then you can use the earnings from your investment to go back into the investment, so you can keep everything in one area, kind of separated from your main day-to-day expenses and stuff that you're responsible for. All right. But yeah, that's like the sauce. That's like the ingredients that you need to have in order to be resilient to keep moving forward with your investments. So hopefully that was helpful. And like I said, show me some love, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I have my links below for some of the opportunities that I'm in. I'm always researching and learning new things, and just finding the best vehicles, because that's all they are. They're just vehicles. Even there's more risk with the type of vehicle you have. You can ride in a car, you can ride in a motorcycle, you can ride a bus, you can even get in the plane. So, but it just depends. But even in the vehicles, every vehicle could crash. But we don't think like that. We just think about getting to the destination. That's why you put your seatbelt on or you wear a helmet. Every vehicle that's going to take you somewhere, you could crash. But, you just have to be smart and, just make good decisions and pray. I'm serious, because, it can be dangerous out there, because it's a lot of scams. It's a lot of people that want to get over on you, that might be more savvy than you, and all of that is out there. But you have to be wise, seek wise counsel, use wisdom, and like I said, don't invest more than you are willing to lose. Okay. All right, so that's it for now. Hopefully that was a good lesson, and we'll see you again on another one later on. Peace.